And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Foles. This one swung out here to Jones.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Foles. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now an end around here as Foles is just going to tap this forward. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, they're just trying to dart through. No push for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. look to throw here. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were, all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. On 2nd and 10. Jones airing it out deep for Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 22, Foles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Jones eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Stephon Tuitt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up a throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Ward to return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And, my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end. So we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Point after, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Cowboys 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here's Jones off the play fake. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Jones now. Off play action. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. First down, fighting through, and he's got space. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. To throw on second and 6. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's second and 9. Now Wentz. 6. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
Jones off the play fake. Got a man. It's Schwartz complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Philly. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Off play action, Jones. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught on the slant. And he is going to be out of bounds, well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pushes him aside at the 10. And he is out of bounds up past the 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag